Hey guys, so today was another extremely choppy day. We actually ended up putting in the lowest range day at about $1.40 total movement today since November 21st of 2021. So that's almost a year and a half, I guess, since with no range lower than this. Yesterday's volume too actually was the lowest volume day since November 25th of 2022, which was even a half day, so it wasn't even a full day. I'm not sure which the lowest volume was on full day though, besides that one. So today's gonna be pretty close though. When at market close, we were under 40 million, so that is super low volume. Probably close somewhere under 50 mil by end of night tonight. So basically, what I'm looking at tomorrow is CPI. I posted it in my written TA, but basically, where I'm looking at is that we're going to have a year-over-year range of 5% to 5.1%. Month over month is going to be about 0.4 to 0.6. Core year over year will be 5.3 to 5.7, and month over month core will be 0.3 to 0.5. My actual predictions would be 5.1% on CPI year over year. Month over month CPI will be 0.5. Core year over year will be 5.5, and core month over month at 0.4. So for me, that is going to be a bearish market reaction. This will be the first time, even if we come in at 5%, really if we don't get anything under 5%, I think markets is going to have a bad reaction to it. Mostly because since pretty much a year now, we have only seen CPI unwind and continue to come down. So the first sign of CPI plateauing, or especially going back up, is going to really be a big reaction to the market. And plus, right now, market still is pricing in that a pause is happening next month in June at that FOMC meeting, which if obviously CPI goes up, there's zero chance that Jay Powell is going to pause. And the chances of a 75 basis point cuts by end of year is pretty much non-existent at that point if CPI goes up. So that's kind of where I'm at. So we're just going to go through some general kind of targets here. So we closed right here at 410.93. So all the way down to 405.2, which is our closest demand support, is about a negative 1.4%. And my ultimate target still is this 399 area, which is about a negative 2.92%. We also have a nice little support here at 401.4, which is negative 2.32%. Our closest supply is right here at 415.6 at 1.1% plus, 416.8, that's 1.46%. And then really our biggest upside target would be 419.5, and that would be a 2.1% day. Now, for me, I'm looking for somewhere in this 401.4 to really 405.2 range. Now, when we go over to futures, one interesting thing is that futures did establish a new supply or resistance on yesterday's 41.53. So that actually opens up a chance of more downside, which should be 40.73. So for 40.73, we're looking at negative 1.51%. 40.55, which we just still cannot seem to touch, is negative 1.95%, followed by 40.40 right here at negative 2.3%. Obviously, that 41.53 supply is 0.42%. And then we have our next big level at 41.93 at 1.37%, followed by 41.98 at 1.53%. And then the ultimate bull target would be up here at 42.37, which is about a 2.44% day. So you can see we are kind of in another massive breakout pattern here, which tells me that we're going to see a bigger move hopefully soon. This low volatility, low range, low volume, that is just markets waiting to make a big move. So for me, I'm still targeting 40.40, 40.55. Looking at the VIX here, this is actually the lowest the VIX has closed prior to CPI, so the day before CPI in over a year. No surprise that it was a slight green day. Almost every single pre-CPI day, the VIX has closed green. The only exception to that was February 14th, which has a very, very small negative 1% day in the VIX. So the VIX, we are in this nice bearish falling wedge here, which does give a potential for the breakout. And you can see we also have a potential bull channel right here. So really the bulls tomorrow are going to want to see the VIX get over 20.4, which is about a 15% move up on the VIX, which then opens up the target of really 24. However, if we happen to get a good CPI print, then we're going to look to break through 17.4%, and then we're going to be starting to target all the way back down here in this 15 to 15.75 range. That's pretty much where we're at. So we're just going to have to see what the markets get tomorrow with CPI, and more importantly, how they react to the numbers. Bitcoin is still in this huge diamond pattern here. We have not quite broken through 27.2K, and we really haven't even touched it yet. We fell just short by about 2K, or about 500 there. So pretty much what we're looking at. Bitcoin needs to break under this 27.2K, and then it's going to start targeting down to 25K, and this would also be a really good indicator that the market is going to see its next leg down. All right, well, I will see you guys tomorrow for post CPI and see where we end up.